Welcome back to the Car Grumps. I hope I can hear myself here. Oh, look. Oh, man. Camera's up. I'm ready. Got my makeup done. I'm looking good. Everybody's live. Everybody is feeling good. Everybody, welcome to the Car Grumps. I think, which episode are we on?
I think this is episode 4.
Four? Oh, my God.
Number 4.
All right. So we're on to episode 4, and this is an automotive car show. We talk about everything automotive in this crazy community of ours. We are the most we try to be the most irreverent people on here. Nothing is untouchable. We want to talk about it. We want to get crazy, and we're going to be honest. So that's the thing, is that's a big deal for us, is making sure that everybody knows what's going on. So let's go around and do our introductions today. First, we have up. Hold on. Where's my thing here? What's that? Oh, there we go. We got Dozer. There you go, Dozer.
The lower turds.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I got my thing is I'm working on. I got buttons. I got a lot of buttons. I got way too many buttons here.
You're
okay.
One man.
Right. Exactly. And then, as always, we got Phil, the mayor of Tuner Town, as our second up, and he is are you still the master of all things tuner?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I never was.
You are. That's it. It is what it is. So, but anyway, finally, let's see if I can get mine up here too. I am Primo, the one and only at VIP Primo. So if you guys are watching, there are a ton of places that you guys can go to check us out. I'm going to go over. I lost my list again, didn't I? Okay. So yeah. So it's X. We got 2 places on X you can look at us. We got our Facebook page. We got Aggressive Design Network on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, LinkedIn. I think that's pretty much everywhere. And then if you don't, what's up, Paul?
Paul.
And if you don't end up being able to see us on those spaces, we will be podcasts everywhere. It gets crazy. So, but I don't want to spend the whole day talking about where all our sources come from. I want to talk about what we're talking about tonight.
Hold on, wait.
What are we talking about?
You can find me at Catch Me Running
there you go.
On Instagram.
I like it. Yep.
Bam.
And what about Dozer?
Boom. You can find me Mission Media Marketing on Facebook and Instagram.
We probably should add those. We'll leave a little link thing going. I don't know. We'll figure something out lower thirds later on.
You're damn right it is, Brooks. You are damn right it is.
He says his Wednesday. Brooks says my Wednesday is all complete now. So yeah,
glad to see you back. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Yay! So, as normal, the first thing that we start off with, so if you're either a guest or part of the show or otherwise, the awful thing that you have to start off with is we get to ask you the coolest question in the universe, which we know is a consistent, is what is wrong with your car? Who are we going to start with?
What's broke on your shit, Dozer?
Oh, man. I wish I could say nothing, but yet again, we run back to the problems of the old faithful 7.3. So I got it back last week, okay, as I told you guys, and yeah, the coolant it didn't look good, man. It was all chocolatey milk.
More Ovaltine, please. Dude, my dad watched that episode, and I was like, hey, did you watch it? He looks at me, he goes, more Ovaltine, please. I was like, yes, yes.
Not Nestle Quick or anything like that. Ovaltine. That's how it works.
It was thick. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, just on to the next one. Instead of chasing after it, and trying to take the heads off, get them machined and all that, I just went and got another motor, less miles. This truck is already around 310,000.
You already have a motor?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
This motor works fast.
Motor is secured, and we're gonna take all the new parts that we have on the old motor, throw it on the new one,
newer one,
and hopefully this thing hauls balls.
I like that's a good target.
Paul, thank you for your service, my friend.
Yep.
Thank you.
Big shout out here, everybody.
Hey. Hoorah! I was just talking about that last week, guys, wasn't I?
Yep.
I didn't know of any veteran car clubs, so yeah, reach out. Let me find out.
Our man Dozer over here, he's a veteran too. Thank you for your service, sir.
Exactly.
Thank you
very
much.
So yeah, all right. So yeah, what's the other thing we're trying to find veteran associated car clubs that are dedicated is it veterans only?
That's what I was wondering, because I know there's other different clubs out there, like motorcycle clubs, where they allow some patriots to come in as well, but they'll have like a different patch or a different, different membership. But, I like it to be, it's either got to be one way or the other. Either everybody's a full member that, is still, a patriot, gung-ho, whatever, or strictly vets only.
Still in the service kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, we got to, that's the thing is I keep thinking I'm sure, like saying, I'm 100% sure that they exist, but I don't know where they would be. So I'm hoping. We
found one. Our boy
right.
Paul.
Yeah, right. Shout out to the Veteran Warrior Car Club.
Yes, sir.
All right. So there you go. So there's one. There's one. Oh, he says I couldn't find any around the Taunton area. Was what Brooks said. So.
Yeah. Where are you located, Paul? Where's this car club? Where do you guys link?
Good question. Okay. So he says we allow non-vets. Burr vets get a special decal distinguishing the difference between us. I'm the club. Okay.
I think he meant in
the club.
In.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Autocorrect fails us once again.
He said, how the hell did you blow up a 7 tree?
Shit happens, and who knows? I don't know where. I don't know when this thing blew up.
Yep.
It's been through a few different hands, and then I recently got it back, and after I just got it back, the new turbo, new tune, and I stepped on that thing and it shot up to 30 psi. Who knows? Maybe that blew it. So I don't know, and at this point I don't know who to blame.
You can blame me. You can
it is what it is. This is my luck with vehicles, and it's just a part.
Oh,
of
tell
the
them what
nature.
happened to your tire.
Oh.
Your tire?
So
God.
I'm cruising out to Marshfield to go watch my little brother wrestle. I got my little man with me, and we're rolling down the highway. All of a sudden, the check tire pressure comes on. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! I just put tires on, 2 tires on this, right? And luckily, it's not one of the new tires, but still, there's a slash. It looks like somebody took a razor blade and cut the sidewall on my tire. It's holding air, but it doesn't look good.
He said Merry Christmas while he did that, too.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to find out if somebody really did. It looks intentional.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I definitely want to take a look.
Boy.
I'll be sure to share some pictures so we can post them up next week.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Phil, he last minute us and he walks right in. He goes, "You're not going to believe this." And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I would."
Listen, if you didn't have shit luck, you'd have no luck at all.
I feel that. It's gonna turn eventually.
Well, hey, the thing was you brought the Audi up last time, and instead of it being broken, it was like you just had a heavy foot and it fixed itself. So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
After paying for 2 diagnostics. And
Yeah. You just,
missing out on like 5 weeks of the summertime. Yeah.
4 new tires.
just need a little foot to the floor action.
It is what it is.
When in doubt, throttle out. That check engine light comes on, just foot to the floor.
I told you that was
what
the
I
one
said.
day that I babied the thing, and
Oh, yeah.
That is true. That's right. Yes, I forgot. Yes, it was a baby day.
no liking.
hey, it was running good though when we were heading to the shop. Remember, what was that car? Was it a G37? Alan?
G37.
That pulled up on me, and I had to break him off real quick.
Yeah, I think. You did a Subaru too. So.
With the check engine light off. He's like, hey, you got one coming up on you. And all of a sudden, I was like, I'll let him have it real quick. Whop.
We're gonna call you Pit Maneuver Dozer.
Oh man, I'm trying to behave.
No. Hi, Eric.
No, you're
Eric's
not.
saying hi.
What's going on, Eric?
He says, "Hello, Jay."
What's up, G?
Jay.
Shout out to Eric. He owns Dustless Blasting. If you need some
What is
blasting,
Dustless Blasting?
Dustless Blasting.
Hey, are you the guy who freezes people's undercarriages?
I don't think he's freezing. I think it's like a different media that just.
I want to know what dustless, like how do you dustlessly blast?
How do you not?
I mean, it's
make
called
any
dustless, but I think it still makes a mess.
Eric,
I don't know. I think
what-
it mitigates the mess.
What's
we
your
like
secret?
making messes, so don't take that away
What's
from
your
us.
secret?
But he does a lot of stuff in the car. You know,
yeah?
he does a lot of good work. And you know, I was talking to him recently. We're gonna get him out. We're gonna get him on the show.
Ooh.
Nice.
He's all about it.
I'm so we got another seat over here.
Paul,
So.
he's out of Paul's out of Sturbridge.
Cool.
Sturbridge.
So we need another chapter. We need the East Side chapter of Mass. Can we do that? Let's talk.
Oh,
Let's
wow,
talk.
that is local. Okay.
Yeah. Link up with me.
Wow.
Sturbridge. How far is Sturbridge?
It's like 45 minutes.
That ain't local.
Just up there.
That ain't local.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's like, hey. And then
Hi,
Suzanne saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. All right.
Hi, Mike.
There you go. There's the mic.
What
All
up,
right.
George? Oh, hang on. Wait.
What?
So
What?
how'd everybody's Christmas go? Merry Christmas. Late Christmas to you guys.
Christmassy.
Did anybody get one of those car blankets?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
But I know you got a car wash kit.
Yeah.
Shout out to, what is it? Little Red?
Big Red.
That's
Big
the
Red.
person who details your stuff?
Oh, Red's detailing.
Red's detail. Red, listen, you just lost you lost
Lost a customer.
Yeah, you lost a customer because I'm gonna teach this man how to wash his car.
Yep. And then you can go back later and fix what we mess up.
Get rid of those swirly marks.
Right. What's this spider web thing? I don't know. It looks great though. We'll keep
it looks
it
wonderful, honey. It's all right.
perfect. All right. So, well, I don't know if you guys heard about this thing, but in Rock River recently, they had a I'm going to say it like a chop shop thing going on with older cars. Did you guys hear about this?
No. No. The chop shop.
Yeah, so they were taking these old cars, finding old cars. They had a shop that was a cover for it. And what it did was it was supposed to be a place that was fixing old cars.
Oh, and they were
in
stealing.
reality, they were stealing these cars, taking them in, and then they would just cut them up. And there was a couple of dudes that had, I guess they caught them, and they had the thing for it. I'll show you a picture here. This was what's left of one guy's. I think it was I forgot what it was. There was this car and then an Impala. The Impala, they made it and survived on it, but that car had an awful fate.
So hang on. So they only got to 2 cars.
No, they got to a lot more
got
cars, but this was the ones where they caught them.
How stupid? Like, how dumb can you be? Hey, yeah, let's go out and steal classic cars and cut them up.
Yeah.
Like, you're a moron.
Like people that actually love their cars and want to find them and hunt them down when they're like, that's like asking to get beat up.
I mean, there's cameras everywhere, and it's not like it's a common car. Like, holy shit, there goes an Impala. Wow, it's going into that garage. And the said Impala never leaves,
Right.
or said whatever the hell that was left of that, whatever it was, that pile of stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at the nose piece there. That's got I have what is it, Camaro vibes out of that, or Firebird or something?
GTO,
Or-
Yeah, I was
maybe?
thinking GTO.
GTO, there you
Paulo
go.
said
Right.
That's a GTO nose.
Yep. It's like I hate it when I can't target I know what it is, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know nothing about cars, so I just that looked like a Honda front end to me. Like that nose looked like one of them Honda Sunfires.
But yeah, so the thing is I was like, if you're going to take from somebody's stuff, like I can see. Mike says, no, not a Honda. Yeah. No, but I can see, I can see there's a lot of thievery that's going on now. It's getting worse and worse. We know that. A lot of this car stuff, I think, is it the Camaro? That was the one that was the big one that was getting stolen a lot. Was that it? Or which one?
No, it was the Dodges.
Hellcat.
It was a
The
Hellcat.
Hellcats,
Oh, yeah.
right.
It was the Hellcats. But it's just like, listen, you want a Hellcat? How about this one? Get a goddamn job, work, and go and buy one like an honest human being.
But they're not keeping them. They're taking them
No,
apart.
I understand that, but it's just like, don't be an asshole. Somebody worked day and night, and especially those Hellcats. They're what, 6-figure cars?
Oh yeah,
all day.
Like 6-figure cars.
Well, after markup and everything, which that was
after markup and inflation and all that stuff, you're paying stupid money.
Right.
I mean, I think it's an asinine price to pay for them.
Yeah.
But it's
so
just
is that's what happened? They're stealing them, bringing them to street takeovers, and then crashing them. Is that how it works?
Oh God, yes. I mean, that could be part of the ordeal. But it's just like, dude, guys, listen. If anybody who's into stealing stuff or street takeovers, just like reevaluate life in general. Just like take a good look. Like outside and look at all these people that go to work and have a job. Get one and go and buy your own.
But here's my thing is the problem that they don't have somebody to look up to. Do we have, is that, and then we're going to come to that later about the car community and some of the issues we're running into, but I don't see a reason why we shouldn't kind of jump into it right now and say one of the problems we run into with especially the theft and valuations and things that they're going to try just because they can try it, is that really the idea that they don't have a person that's going to kick their butt and just go, hey, you know what? Don't be an idiot. Go out there and do the right thing.
I mean, with this generation now, what is it? The woke generation?
I think that's it. Yeah.
It's the woke generation,
Yes.
right?
Well, I think we were at Gen, the millennials, then we were at Gen something, and then we're Gen Z. So millennials and then Z.
Yeah.
And the Z, I think the millennials and some of the Gen Z are woke or something like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the woke generation, or whatever. How about this one? Wake up, because you guys are like living a dream. Like, there's nothing woke about any of it.
about
They want to play with fast cars too.
They want to play with fast cars, yeah, but they want to be video game people, and they want to be TikTok influencers. And oh my God, my picture just got 100 likes on Instagram in 5 minutes. Listen, the real world is out there. See this? See this? Human contact. Do more of it. Talk to people in real life.
Well, we were told, remember this a while back, if we build a track, then it's going to deplete all the street racing stuff and all these problems. So we build tracks, we have events, we have track events, we have racing events, we have drag racing events, we have Friday night whatevers, and we're still having problems. How do we get, you saw the movie Gran Turismo, you saw that come out.
I love that.
Yeah. And that's a true story. Like that really happened. So that's the thing is I think the goal is that we get out of the game system and go, hey guys, let's bring it to the track and see what we can really do with real cars, not just back to the street takeover thing.
Like, these takeovers have gotten just so dangerous and so stupid. And I had somebody the other day trying to saying that, like, the street racing back in the day when we were kids is the same thing as a street takeover.
No, not at all.
No. You want to know why? Because, one, we owned our vehicles and we paid for them and we went to work.
Yeah.
Okay? Two, we didn't have people running in and out of traffic trying to get hit by cars like these idiots now. Everything, it was organized.
Yeah. Well, remember, I don't know if you guys were, this is well before your time, but like we used to do, and it wasn't street takeover. So we'd have different areas of a town, like a main street, and we'd have a group of guys park on one side, and then one group would park on the other, and then all the different communities would come together. So we'd have one area where the hot rod guys would go, one guy where the low riders would go, and then like different areas where like biker guys would come out, and they would have their area, but we would all be together. We were all hanging out. It was great.
Yeah, it was. But these times now, the only time they do car meets is on the video games.
So Brockton used to be the hot spot. You know, everybody used to go to the Westgate Mall and the Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King.
You know, that used to be...
Burger King was lit.
It was pretty lit, you know, and that was, honestly, that was right around the same time when, what's that? Fast and Furious came about.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Christ.
So all the imports were in the streets,
Yes, we were.
And all the muscle, like, and I think that's really what pushed the muscle cars out of the street scene, the street racing scene over in Westgate and everything. It was flooded with imports, you know, and you just saw less and less of the American muscle out there. Same thing with the bikes. Bikes used to, you know, conjugate over at UPS in Brockton. I don't know if you've ever been over there.
Where's that?
The UPS pits. They have that long straightaway in there. But that's where they used to stunt. You know, same thing. Jordan Furniture, as I know, is another street. Yep. You know, not to give out all the hot spots. You know, I hope.
Oh no, they're all dead
John
now.
PD ain't watching.
They're all dead
mean, are they still usable spots?
Probably not.
I really wish we could just lock down a spot that, like, you know, imagine if the city could really come together and say, hey, let's show that we could do this and make it happen.
That's the thing, is I think that's the other thing is the organization thing, I think, is huge. The idea of giving them an option to come out and have a group of people that come together. But you have to make sure that they're good people that are going to not look at people and say, you know, we hate people. We don't. That's the thing is we have a split in the community right now that even says, like, if this car isn't 60 years plus, we don't want it around or something like that. Yeah. So it's like, what good are you going to do if somebody brings their nice car out and then they get kicked out because they're, you know, oh, you're not a welcome around here. That's the part I think it's got to change.
I mean, I think the car community is less segregated like it used to be back in the day. You see at a lot of car shows now, they have imports next to muscle cars, next to exotics, next to motorcycles. They mix everything up. The segregation is a lot less than it was before. I mean, they still have like they have a couple of class bias shows here and there, like muscle cars only, imports only, exotics
Mopars.
only. Yeah, exactly.
But those are car shows versus like shows. A hangout meet kind of thing.
I mean, even the hangout meets and the car shows, like the generic meets, the generic car shows, it's a free-for-all. Everybody, you get a little bit of something. You know, my group, Silver City Stance, when we do our meets and we do our car shows and fundraisers and stuff, we get a plethora. You like guys like that word?
Yeah.
Of everything, you know, and I like it because there's different walks of life for everybody. You know, people can mingle, people can have a good time, people can meet different people, and like, yeah.
And you guys have all different cars.
Oh yeah. We got import guys, muscle guys, truck guys, Jeep guys.
Well, that's the thing is you're starting to do the example that other people need to follow to kind of say, this is it. But I don't think, like, in the same respect, I'm not going to look at people and say, you have to let other people in. If you're an old car muscle group and you have private events and you have to control it, I get that. I think the idea that is more like what Mike was saying there is you have these events that are open to everybody that you go to and they fill up. But the thing is I think we have to get more connected within them, right?
I think that a lot of people who do meets and shows and are actual presidents or leaders of car clubs or car groups, a lot of them lack in the sense of networking, actually like meeting each other and meeting people. Like, I am the president of Silver City Stance. I
thought you were the mayor.
The mayor, the president.
I like that title so much better.
You know, I try to show the group, you know what I mean? Go out, network, meet people. Doesn't matter what they drive, what they're into, you know what I mean? Meet them, shake hands. You know, that's how you, like, you know, everybody's got a backpack and it depends on, like, you can keep adding stuff to that bag and the bag will get bigger and you'll never, you know, I've worked my ass off since I was 15 years old when I actually started really getting into cars, like meeting people, shaking their hands and showing them that you ain't taking shit from them. You know, I respect you, you're going to respect me back. That's what builds friendships. That's what builds bonds. You know what I mean? If you go up to somebody and be like, oh my God. I mean, I've met people that I've fanboyed over, but I'm not like, oh my God, I'm like your biggest fan. No, I'm like, hey man, what's going on? My name's Phil. I'm from Silver City Stance and blah, blah, blah.
And how do we take some of that stuff that you're doing too? And I do want to go to Justin's statement because I think that's very, very relevant too. But how do we get you to be able to introduce one group to another group, or like how do you do it so that you can control who you introduce to who, kind of thing?
Who do you, what, like?
So, like, in other words, you just have all these people that come up. Everybody knows you. How do we cross promote that? How do we get one person to go, hey, we're going to have an event here. I want you to shake here. Meet, Gary, meet Bob. You do this thing. You do this thing. You guys could work great together and start growing this community back. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's all self-explanatory. It's just pretty much go out there and just, I have no problem with saying, hey, Jay, meet Primo, and you guys shake hands. Oh Jesus Christ! And then you guys, and then it's
hold on, I gotta get ready.
it's from that point where it's in you guys' hands now. The introduction is there. It's made by a mutual party, and it's on you guys.
Well, we actually did meet at it was a random car meet thing. I forgot the guy that puts it on. He's definitely local, but he put it on. He brings it down to the this place where they're going to drive, and then he goes there, and they had this big kind of gathering before they did their big drive. And Dozer shows up, and I'm like, "Hey, you're filming over here. I'm filming. What's going on?" So that's how we met.
I could have swore you put on that event. To be honest.
No, it wasn't. No. It was a muscle car event that was. I cannot remember the dude's name.
I thought it was for a little kid's birthday, and it was one of the COVID drive-by birthday parties. Yeah,
was it at the mall?
No, it was at Ocean State
right down the street.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah, it could have been one of the cars for kids.
To be honest, I feel like the only reason I was there because I thought I know you were promoting it. I was following a lot of the stuff you were doing.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are always doing good for the community.
Right.
You guys, how many parades did you guys do? Did you ever keep count? Because I can only imagine you guys. It seemed like there was something going on every week during COVID.
Yeah, I was talking really 50 to 100 easy.
Oh, that 50 to 100 in maybe a week?
No, in the whole entire, the first COVID year or whatever, I think I attended at least 6 or 7.
No, the first COVID year we did over 100 in a month.
Right.
Jeez. We were doing, it got to the point where it was 7 days a week. On the weekdays, Monday through Friday, we tried to keep them between 6 and 8, and we'd pump out anywhere between 6 and 7 of them. And then on the weekends, a Saturday would be anywhere from 15 to 20, and Sunday would be 15 to 20.
Yep.
See, that was just great. Bringing the joy through. With these kids can't leave. They were stuck at the home.
Yep.
You guys are really pulling the community together.
Trying
with that.
Mikey put that one on, Paulo.
Yes, there you go.
Sounds,
okay, yeah,
that's him.
Yeah. Shout out to Mikey Cavario.
Yep.
My boy.
I hate when I can't remember the names like that. But I did want to say, Paolo put, if everyone had Big Phil's attitude, then the car community would definitely be better. There you go. And the funny thing is we're bringing that back up to Justin's comment, which it's called arrogance. We used to all be in a group chat, but other presidents think their clubs are the explicitive, so it died pretty quick. And that's a very interesting analogy because what I used to see all the time was there was a time, I want to say 2015, 2016, I think it was, guys, that all of a sudden you just saw tons of different car groups pop up, and they lasted a week, 2 weeks, and then they came on, they have a Facebook page, they get thousands of people, and then they'd be like, hey, look, we got a successful car club, and I'm like, we don't know any of these people. They're not loyal. Mm-hmm. They're not real. You can't dedicate that they're going to show up to a show. And that was the problem. So, I mean, what do you got? We don't. A Facebook page does not a car club make.
No, and that's what a lot of people mix up now is they think they make a Facebook page that says such and such car club, and then they're like, oh yeah, all these people are on the page, and these are all the members of the car club. Oh my God. I legit watched at IFO. I watched for 2 years in a row a car club that had all their members were just the people who were on the page. And they won best car club or most. It's dude, it's not even a car club. That's just a car page. Like, and it's just like, it just blows my mind that people, promoters who actually put on a show, they can't realize the difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the other thing too, is I think kind of when we started out, the guys that used to be the most that would hang out together would be like, you'd have your Chevy guys on one side, your Ford guys on the other side. The two groups would be, they'd definitely be trying to race each other to find out who had the fastest, Fox body versus, 93 was a big time when everybody wanted to take, the Camaros versus the Mustangs and things. These rivalries getting heated up. But that's the thing is there was, even if you were a Ford club, there was still a lot of cross promotion. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're in a car group. I look at car groups as like trying to organize something to make a difference. I don't think car groups, and what's happening now is a lot of car groups are stepping on each other's toes, and they're starting to beef it out here and there. And it's just like everybody just needs to get along, network.
Network. I like that.
It's a lifestyle. This is like, some people get into the fad. Some people get into the fad of the cars and they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then like, that's it. They're into it for a couple of months and then they're back to whatever they were. And then there's diehards like me, Primo, Dozer, all you guys on here. You know what I mean? I'm loving this comment section, by the way, guys. Like, the interaction is thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
For like the
and we're trying to catch up with everybody's comments.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're not ignoring you. We're just trying to go on and respond at the same time.
Right.
For the diehards like us, it's a lifestyle. It's like, I eat, sleep, and breathe cars. Like, it's like, it's my lifestyle. It's what I do. Like, if I didn't have this stuff, I don't know, I'd probably be an alcoholic.
Can I say one thing, though?
Go ahead.
What is it going to take to make the difference, to bring back the good times? Because, to be honest, I'm sick and tired of hearing back in the day, the good times back then. Like, why not the good times now? What is killing the good times now, and why can't we get back there? What is going to bring us back to that point?
So I'm gonna add something to that real quick before I would jump in there, Phil. It started for me. Now everybody says, when did it change? And the thing was, there was a time, and I'm going to use the awful words, fast and furious, that people, everybody's like, that when there was a time when we went to car shows and people started reciting some really bad stuff that even the guy that helped write Fast and Furious would have been like, don't say that. The kid would come in and say, I'm double clutching and I'm doing all this stuff, and it's like, you don't know. And then all of a sudden people started wanting to get clout. They'd come in and say, I want to have this. I have this cool car. We had this kid one time that had a Tiburon. He's like, it's supercharged. It's got all this stuff in it. I put a throttle body spacer in it. I was like, you don't even know what a throttle body spacer is. Like, he says all this stuff. So we're like, okay, bust the hood. Let's see it. It was a 6-cylinder. It was, probably made 180 horsepower, but no supercharger. Stock throttle body, like stock everything. The only thing he did was do burnouts in a parking lot. And the problem is now he's going around telling everybody, like, it just became more and more about who had the one-upsmanship. But the worst part about it was so much of it was fake. It wasn't real.
All I thought when you were just explaining to this kid was those Pep Boys intake.
Exactly.
Spectre special.
No,
the modular intake, boys and girls. You can get these perfect plastic pieces that look like chrome, but they're not. And then you just connect them together like a Lego set and then put them out to the front of your car where they will intake air and seize your motor.
So, you know what I think, honestly, is...
Go ahead.
Instagram and Facebook, to tell you the honest truth. Like you said, people chasing clout. It's so much easier to buy a clap wagon. And Photoshop is so accessible. Like, I'm not computer tech savvy, but I've seen kids use Photoshop. And, 130 Street! Yeah! Well, don't be these idiots. So stupid.
That's pretty funny. I've never used or seen anybody use Photoshop on their cars. Kind of, like these girls using filters, or guys too out there using filters. I'm not going to be biased, but
you know who you are.
that would be funny if they had car filters that would like change the wheels, maybe make your car look a little lower.
I mean, like I've seen when Instagram was like everybody.
That's the AI tech. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Phil. Sorry, Phil.
That's all right. So, like, when Instagram started becoming like the big thing, like, I don't know, like, people are still obsessed with Instagram. Like, Instagram is just, they'd rather show off their car on Instagram than an actual car show or a car meet.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at what Brooke was saying. It's annoying. I do the TikTok stuff with my truck, but I'll never go to a truck meet again or hang out with a truck group because of the drama and clapped out trucks.
Yeah, all those trucks.
Yeah. No. And that's the thing is exactly what you were just saying is exactly what you're running into. Like, people now, any little drama gets in our way. And I'm not saying that to be critical of everybody. I know we've run into, I have personally run into some stuff where I said, I'm done with the car community. It happens to all of us. It gets thick out there. But the thing is I think because back in the day, we didn't have an Instagram. We didn't have a TikTok. And so when we said, hey, if we're going to do a show, we got to go out and do the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We had to suck up and take it. Now we don't have that option. We just, you know what? I'm taking some pictures, put them on Instagram, share my truck with the world. And what I don't have to worry about anything.
I mean, people like I hear, oh, getting noticed is so tough on TikTok and Instagram, and Facebook. All right, no, it's not.
Have you seen Phil's car?
Look at that.
Look at that. I'm already subscribing.
And no, it's not. Like, I'm going to use the words back in the day because it's back in your day and back in Primo's day.
You call me old.
Yeah, you damn right. I'm old too, bro.
Yeah.
Look at them
You got a
crazy
better hairline than me.
Phil, I have to say, has the only real hair among us. I think we have different stages. So we have the clean, then we have Jay, and then we have Phil. So
my hair migrated south.
There you go.
But
right.
I'm going to say back in the day, we had to work. And this is where it goes with quality also, because back in our time, like when we were just getting out of high school, all the cars you saw in real life, they were nasty. Like chrome and everything was the big thing.
Eric wanted it.
Chrome was a big thing, but you had to be on point because there was no Instagram, there was no Facebook, there was no you didn't get that sense. You didn't get that false sense of, hey, mine's this is awesome, because like Facebook really doesn't allow you to really. You can give negative comments, but it's the like button. It's that blue thumbs up. That's what everybody's looking for.
You just brought something else up for me though. Back in the day, if we had to fix something, we went, and that's to go into Jay's saying, like, why was it back in the day? If I wanted to fix something back in the day, I couldn't go to the internet. I couldn't go to the different areas. I had to go find a friend, and I had to go, oh, you have the same car that I do. Let me go do this or try this or what worked for you. Or you had some friend that ran a shop or whatever, and he went to the show, and you picked his brain to get whatever it was that was fixed. Now, today, I don't have to do that. I just pull up a YouTube video somewhere if I want to learn how to clean a car, if I want to change an engine. There's a guy that literally, the new Supra was out, and he had already taken the engine completely apart and put it back together and put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
Paulo. I'm gonna jump to Paulo's comment real quick. Back in the day, we all did stupid shit at car meets and shows and etc. But the difference between us back in the day and these youngsters now that are actually destroying the car community is we had respect. When somebody told us to knock it off and cut it out, 9 times out of 10, we would cut the shit.
Well, we didn't put up with it either. Like, you're gonna get like seriously. Back then, it was somebody's gonna pop you. Like 91, if you pulled something stupid at a car show, you were getting beat up. And today, it's like, oh, if you even said something bad to, they're like, we'll sue you. You know, like people call cops and stuff.
Yeah, no, like like in the early 2000s, where me and Paulo grew up, you know, you had respect for people. Like when somebody said cut the shit, 9 times out of 10 you were gonna knock it off, and if you didn't, your ass was in trouble. Like, you know, there was no gaslighting. There was no somebody being nervous that they're gonna sue, or somebody pull out the phones and start recording. Narcs, Justin, Narcs, Narcs.
I was gonna yell that too. I was like, I'll let you do it.
Back then we had respect. There was respect. We respected people. We respected, you know, somebody came and said, hey, knock the shit off, and they were older than we were. We're like, all right. Yeah, exactly, Mike. You'd catch a slap in the mouth, or you'd catch the hands. Nowadays, all these people do is talk, and they make Instagram reels of how they say they're gonna beat them up, but they never do.
Maybe that's it. That's the word. It's how does I think the word drama?
Yes.
So like back in the day, we didn't. You had drama, but it didn't last long. Like it was. And the thing was, is we knew everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I wish I want to bring this too. So John brings up, you were at the Gathering Clubs last year in 2024 gathering, being hostman at the Rodman CC at Westford Regency, February 24th. So this is one of the things that I like about. See, this is a good example of the Gathering of the Clubs. Is all the clubs in the hot rod community come together and they talk to each other about the events. That's young people and old people. There's no age restriction. I think the only big thing is most of the cars are like under a certain age, or like, let's say I think it's 70s or pre-70s or whatever. But these guys will get together and they have people from Ireland, Canada, everywhere, like West Coast, East Coast. They all come together and talk about what events are going to go in the year, and they each talk about who's going to be able to go out and support the events to make sure that no events fail. And that's the thing is I keep saying to you guys, I'm going to say it to everybody out there, if your car community does not have that kind of cohesion, one of you guys has got to take that. We got to do it. Somebody's got to take that leadership position and just say, look, we're getting together. We all have a passion for this. We're going to get over it. And the thing is I kind of find that the drama, especially people who love drama, is when you're a good, tight group, the drama ends up weeding itself out. It can't survive in a strong group of people that say, we're not going to tolerate it. We're going to call people out. And then the drama. Now, do you lose people that are good people that have issues or may have unresolved things? Yeah, it happens all the time. But the thing is try to work that stuff out. Try to keep the good guys in your community and try to keep the guys that just say, you know what, I'm going to steal my dad's Hellcat and do burnouts in the highway. Those guys are like, they're not car guys. I'm sorry. Am I right, guys? They're not car guys.
They're a bunch of idiots.
Right. So that's the thing is, and that's coming from people who, you know, I did street racing back in the day. And
me too.
I'm not saying I promoted it or anything like that, but the other thing too was we didn't street race in the middle of the street, and these guys are doing it right in the middle of the street. We had places out in the middle of nowhere that, you know, rural Mexico that that where it was like, no, if two guys crash, they, you know, it's just us and we pay for our own cars. But yeah, that's the thing is today it's got to be front and center, everybody out, somebody's recording it. And if we don't get those leadership guys out there, we got nothing.
The clout.
I like what Eric was saying up there. You know, back in the 90s, you caused a show to get broken up, your vehicle was going to get broken up. You know?
You were not making it.
Like I said, like he said it right. You know, they're gonna find you. They're gonna find your car parked. You know, and you might be on blocks. You know,
right?
Catch a good old ass whooping, you and them 4 tires, boy.
I just still find that there are some groups that I've hung out with today still have that thing about a new kid would come in and lean on somebody's car with like $30,000 paint job easily. Right. Yeah. And then so they would come over and be like, did that guy seriously just lean on my car? Like, you know, you better. And that's the thing is it was with groups. So you look over to the guys and you're like, you better get on your boy over there before he gets a backhand.
My favorite thing now I've been seeing a lot at IFO is all these broads who want to be these models, and they actually go and they sit their ugly ass on somebody's car that they don't know and they don't ask no permission and start taking pictures.
Do
and
they
nobody says nothing.
It's not permission based. Like they're actually doing it without.
Yeah, you want to know why? It's because it's the woke generation, and I want to be an Instagram model, and I can do whatever I want.
But I thought I was an Instagram model.
Next time, ask permission before you sit. Exactly.
Your dirty little cheeks.
Before you sit that sweaty ass on my hood. No.
Who wants to do the next photo shoot with Phil's car? Here, I'll show you the Phil car right here.
Bam!
I'm telling you, can you find? We're gonna find places to sit on this, and we're gonna get some really good pictures. I'm looking for full support from the community on this.
I mean, listen, you know, if back in, I learned this from Rodney back in 2008. He was a photographer.
DVA, Rodney.
Yes,
dude.
Yes.
Hey. So many cool Rodney stories.
So
I can tell you.
I'm gonna share a cool Rodney story with you because you know what?
I love Rodney stories. I will share that with him right after we're done too.
Nothing is going as planned today. I like the way this episode is going today. I really am. So Rodney DVA back in 2008. I'm over where Burlington Coat Factory is now. It used to be the hell was it? Next to
Burlington
Taco Bell.
Coat Factory.
Yes, used to be Bob's.
Oh yeah.
It used to be Bob's. So I had my blue Saline Ford Focus. I'm 18 years old. So I pull up with a bunch of my other buddies who are into cars and stuff. We had a little group back then, and Rodney was a photographer, and he was doing his thing, and he knew a couple of the guys, so you'd always come out. So he had these two models. This was the first time I ever saw models taking pictures of his cars. I was like, oh my god! I was like, this is gonna be a magazine.
Rodney was in a thong?
Huh? Rodney? No. So Rodney's like, hey, he's like, you want to take some pictures with your car and the models? I said, yeah, of course. And he was like, all right, what can they do and what can't they do? I was like, oh, whatever. So in my mind, I'm thinking there would be some kind of etiquette because, like, hey, you know, this is somebody's car, let's not destroy it. No, he had these two broads climb up on my fiberglass hood and I'm like, Rodney! And he was like, hey, you didn't specify. It's free game. And I'm like, oh my God. I started screaming at both of those girls.
You heifer.
Get off my car! Oh my God. Oh God. It was, I was screaming on them. They couldn't get off that car fast enough. And then I was getting called an asshole for the rest of the night because I was yelling at them.
That's the video I wanted to be able to play here when we.
Oh my God.
I need to see. That's the thing is, you're like, we didn't plan this. We had the whole show planned.
Yep.
The thing is we went the direction we went because it's a good direction. So
no, it is.
That's the beauty of what we're doing here is that we're talking about stuff, and I think we've actually gotten, unlike some of the other suggestions or comments that I've had with some of the other ones, especially from you guys out there commenting. Definitely amazing input, especially the thong comment. I'm all into that. But yeah, that's the thing is we really are getting to the root of a lot of this stuff. And I think some of the things that we've come up with is the word respect, right?
No, respect plays a big part in the car community as a whole, but in everyday life.
Yes.
You know, like these drama queens, these clout chasers, these Instagram wannabe famous influencer guys with their cool cars that are all photoshopped. They lack that word.
AI.
Respect.
It's new.
AI.
It is AI. Now 22 minutes until 2024, and it's AI now, right?
Skynet.
So where's the new meetup spot? I mean, I used to love catching you guys over there by Rena Center.
Oh yeah.
You know, I used to enjoy my ride home from Betancourt's, and I'd pull up on you guys all the time. You know, you'd see somebody pull up on a crazy bike.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I'd see you on your Goldwing hanging at 12 o'clock.
You remember the Honda Davidson? You took that for a drive.
Oh my God, yes, dude, that thing.
was the Frankenstein of motorcycles.
That thing was so cool. No, like honestly, you know, me and a couple of the guys in the club, we rent a garage.
Yeah.
We stay out of it because it's just too much. It's just too much drama. All these, like, we used to hang out there. We get people all the time that talking shit, and they, like, it just got to the point. Just got to the point where it was just like, you know, we rented a garage. We needed a place to keep the cars for the winter and stuff, so we do that, and that's where the hangout is. We just it's kind of invite only, like whoever we want there, if we're there, you know what I mean. And other than that,
Oh, good to know. Haven't got an invite, you know.
I haven't been there in forever. Wow, Jesus. Put me on the spot. Put me on the spot there, pal.
I'm just trying to find a spot to go hang out, you know. Honestly, people don't get out enough, and I'm over here like, what does everybody do nowadays? I mean, I got a wife and kids, so like I spend a lot of time with them, but like at the same time, I do want to get out. Right. And like I feel like, you know, we used to have a set, you know, Thursday night, Brockton, Burger King, everybody link up. And as soon as Burger King gets shut down, everybody goes to Wendy's on the other side. Where is it? What's gonna take to bring that back? I miss, you know, the mingling. Like even throughout the winter, you guys were always out there.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. No, I mean, it's just it got to the point where it's just a lot of people lack that big word, respect.
I get that, but at the same time, we're talking about bringing communities together, and honestly, like I get it that you guys have your own thing, and that's cool. Like the garage is awesome, but what about let's set a night for Taco Bell? Let's go link up and just, you know, shoot the shit.
Silver City Stance does the first Saturday every month. Right over here at Ocean State.
Bingo. Right. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. That's what I'm looking for. You know,
I think the thing that we need to say about that though is that if you do an event like that and you do a hangout, it's not a street takeover.
No.
It's not to go out and race on the streets. It's not for people. And that's the thing is that's one of the things that's broken out. We used to have so many people that would start these meets and have these great ideas, and then once it kind of became popular, they wanted to jump on it and ruin it. You don't come out and do revving to your brain, it pops off, and doing burnouts, not hanging out with anybody, just sitting off in the corner someplace, revving until somebody calls the cops, and then doing a burnout and leaving, and then going, well, the problem was the event, not me. No.
So what I want to see is let's stop talking. Like, I get it, that stuff happened, but we're moving on. No, we're beyond that. Let's show these guys what it's supposed to be like. Let's get out there. You know, that's all I want to see.
I mean, like Silver City Stance, they've worked really hard, like all last year, trying to keep it. What a lot of people put on meets, they don't understand. And I try to tell this to all the new groups that come out and they want to do meets out here, because Taunton is a safe place.
Yep.
Taunton, you don't get harassed.
Mm-hmm. No, and I think you really raised the bar for Taunton, because you went to the city. You spoke with officials, and you gained the respect.
I didn't speak with nobody. My group, Silver City Stance, everybody, me included, all of us, we worked our asses off to show. Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody cared. You know, we had to work our asses off and show that, like, this can be a good place. Like, all the guys in the group, everybody shows up. And my biggest thing is I tell everybody, somebody's acting up, go and call them out. Tell them to knock it off. I said, and if you got to go, you know, on the spot. Yep. That's what a lot of these new groups, they don't do. You know, Danny Two Shoes will be like, oh yeah, I started a new club called the 944 Porsche Club of America.
Hey, let's get.
I'm just using that as an example. I saw the sign, you know.
Oh, but, sorry, all right.
Then all of a sudden, and it happens all the time at Kohl's, at Ocean State. We tell everybody that's off limits. That Silver City Stand spot. It turns into like almost like a turf thing, because they come, they're gonna ruin it. They all go to Kohl's and Target, and they ruin it. They destroy it. You know, and it's the fact that people are revving their motors and doing donuts and doing burnouts. The group that's actually putting it on, they're too afraid to go and approach people. Me, I try to like, as a leader, as a president, I try to teach them, hey, don't be afraid of nobody. Go and call them out, because you know what? They're not ruining it. They don't care about this, because they'll find something else to go do. this is our life.
Right.
This is what we do. They're going to ruin it for us and everybody else that is here because it's a safe place. You know, and that's what a lot of these new clubs don't understand. Like, you got to stand your ground. This is your spot. Treat it like it's yours.
Yeah, exactly. If you want, that's the thing that used to people used to.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the thing is I used to say to people all the time. I said they would go to a spot and it would be somebody else's thing, and I said if you went to somebody else's house and you spill food all over the floor, you're like, hey, you guys can clean it up. But if you own it and you take care of it, that means it doesn't matter where it is or what it is. If you go in and you make sure it's cleaner when you leave than it was when you got there, there is nobody that's going to look at you later and say, well, we don't want those guys along. They came out, they went to our stores, they bought some food, they hung out, they were good people, they didn't cause any problems, and look at how awesome they are. Nobody says they're going to want you there. Yeah, so
absolutely. You know, I think it was the beginning of 2023, Silver City Stance did a meet over at Ocean State. And also, if you guys are looking for Silver City Stance on social media, on Facebook at Silver City Stance and Instagram at silver_city_stance. Shout out to Silver City Stance. Sorry, I had to
Did everybody get that? Because I don't want to repeat it.
Yeah. No, but Silver City Stance had the Ocean State job lot parking lot like smashed. I'm legit talking from behind McDonald's all the way to like the doors of U-Haul. We had two cruises that came in and they looked around, and so I went over there. Hey, everything good? Well, the owners of the property called us and said that there was a bunch of commotion going on, but everybody seems to be doing. They're not causing any trouble.
They seem to be parked.
Yeah. Not causing any trouble. He goes,
in a parking lot. It's so unusual.
Yeah. He's like, I see kids enjoying themselves, people walking around their dogs. There's no trouble. I said, well, if you need us to clear out, we'll clear out.
Yep.
I said, no. Whenever you guys are done, you guys are done. You know, it's just
he just slipped them $10,000 right in a little package of money, and they drove away. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I wish that it was that easy. You know, respect's a hard thing to gain, but you know, like, it's just they respected the fact that we were doing our job at policing it and doing something for the community, for everybody to get together and network and get to know each other, you know, and just hang out in family atmosphere. They respected that.
Oh, that, you know? By the way, with that comment, Detail Garage Cars and Coffee Mates are pretty locked in, and everyone was pretty cool. I never seen drama or problems. Yes, there were drama and there was problems, but it was a different kind of problem there. There were people that parked in the wrong spaces and did their thing, but the thing is it was a good environment that everybody respected, and I think that changed the dynamic, which is if you break a couple of rules and it's a good event, nobody cares. But the thing is he's moved on to another storefront, or he's done something. He's doing some kind of detailing thing again. We got to get the details on that and see if he's going to be having any more stuff in the future. So that would be interesting to see, because like he said, if that event is good, they were good before, I can see they continue to do good events. So
no, they do. Like, honestly, the rides and coffee over at Detail Garage was honestly one of the most fun, I think, but that's because I walked around with a microphone in my hand all day. I didn't have to talk to people one-on-one.
I always thought you did really good at that microphone thing. So
I really think this year really just took a major hit with the weather. Oh my God!
Oh, dude!
Nobody has mentioned that yet. Like,
we didn't want to.
There's 16 weekends in summertime. It rained 13 of them.
No, it was like 18, 14 when it was done.
I feel like I didn't see you at all this whole summer, Phil. I was
going on.
And I was every car show. I was like, oh, I'll be there. Nope, not this weekend.
Yeah,
nope.
Every friggin' weekend is right.
Yep, and that's it. We had. How many events? We had a ton of events that were canceled or stuff that was rain dates.
There was a bunch. Silver City Stance tried to do one twice, and it got like the rain was supposed to impact it, and then when they canceled, all of a sudden the weather changed to sunny.
Yep.
Like it's funny how that works, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I enjoyed that car show that you hosted at Dighton Town Hall.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
Yep, the family craft fair and car show.
Yeah,
That was a good time.
That was a good one.
That was a good time. There was
I think I took a supermoto out to that one.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to do it one like this year, but it rained.
Poured.
Yeah, it poured.
And just to let everybody know, you guys may have seen some problems with the stream. It's not based on each platform. We had something local that happened. I don't know what it was. It looked like we dropped about 500 frames somewhere. So if you guys saw some stuttering, it is probably not your system. It was local. So we'll have to figure that out. I've never had that happen before.
I was not stricken
but it was
out.
probably rain.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, so the thing is, it's very tough to have a good car show season if, like you said, 18 of the whatever 16 of the 18 weekends, right? We had it raining more than there were weekends.
Of weekends.
That's a lot of rain.
A lot of saturation.
Look at that. Brooks is like, I hate it. I wash my truck 3 times a week because of the rain. Dude,
Good Lord.
everybody had that. I went out, had it detailed, brought it back, and then it rained. So,
Brooks, did you wash your truck yourself though?
Nah, he paid.
Come on, Brooks.
Paid
Brooks,
Red to do it.
Brooks,
don't
did you wash your truck yourself?
feed into that. That'll be, yep.
Brooks.
He's doing
Brooks,
it.
who detailed your truck?
Brooks, who washed your truck?
Go ahead. Give a shout out to your detailer.
You washed
Yes,
it yourself?
he
You
said
washed
yes.
it yourself,
Who
Brooks?
detailed it though?
Who detailed
You
it.
only wash your truck by hand. All right.
Okay,
So
okay.
listen, Brooks.
You can come wash mine too.
You gotta give Jay some lessons. You gotta teach him how to wash that truck.
So that's the thing. That's our next. So right now, with it being 40 some odd degrees, Brooks Menard washes my truck. Okay, got it.
Putting your
So what
government
we're
out
gonna
there,
do is we have to make it a goal to we got to teach Jay how to do his truck
To buff it good.
and wash it, and then
Real good.
combo breaker. Anyway, we're gonna teach him how to wash his vehicle. I'm gonna move on now.
So here's the deal, guys. I do know how to wash my vehicle, but I don't know how to do it properly, and I really want to get into the fine. Like I want to clay bar my vehicle. I want to know the steps. I want to know why do we do this before this. I don't know that shit, and I will peel the paint right off the.
No, I've never peeled the paint off for nothing, so we're good. Hey, listen, you want to know how I wash my stuff? When I go to the self-wash bays, first thing I do is I spray the whole car down with wheel and tire cleaner.
Oh Lord!
Yeah, get that acid on there. Yep, Eric, push broom works wonders. There
it is.
So anyway, we will not be advising anybody on the show without a detailing professional from here on in. And I would not suggest using any of our suggestions because we like to destroy things. But, other than that.
I don't destroy nothing.
Steel wool works great.
Steel wool, listen, that's wonderful for polishing. Like, that clear coat loves it. Yes. Loves it.
Anyway. Are you guys happy with the show we had today?
I am, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I am buzzing.
He's buzzing.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
It might be from lack of oxygen in here, but it is what it is. So anyway, we are well beyond the hour mark, and I think deservedly so. We went a little bit longer tonight just because I think everybody here was having a great time.
Thank
I think
you,
you guys
Eric.
out there
Thank
were
you,
having a
thank
great
you.
time. What was it, Phil?
I said, thank you, Eric. You said, great content, guys.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank you
that.
very much.
Yeah, and I want to thank. Remember, this show is driven by both the car community, but the car community is all you crazy people out there that give us all the awesome input that you guys put in. We love it. We want to keep hearing about it.
Thank you,
the thing
Brooks.
is I just don't want to have ideas. I love hearing the input you guys have to tell us, hey, this is something I want you guys to talk about other than fill and detailing. And that's kind of a side thing, but it is what it is. I mean, we want pointers. We're going to show it to you. It's going to be missing paint and patina looks, but it is what it is. But regardless, I want you guys all of you guys have a good night, and we're going to see you next Wednesday. Guys, say good night.
See you next year.
I actually, hang on. I know
Okay.
we're well over the hour mark.
Go ahead. You got it. Your floor is yours.
I just want to touch upon something. I know it's not car related or anything like that. I know the holidays just went by, and the holidays are tough for some people.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad I didn't hear like on Christmas and stuff like that. I know it was a party weekend. You know, I'm figuring everybody got home safe and stuff, but I know as a whole, the holiday seasons are actually really good for some people, and really bad for others. And there's like no middle. I just want to do almost like I don't know. I just feel like I have to touch upon this because this Christmas was, you know, it was a good Christmas, but it was really hard for me. So, you know, if anybody, don't ever let your pride make you quiet, if that makes sense. Don't ever think that you got to swallow your pride to talk to somebody if you're feeling alone or anything like that. Don't ever forget that you guys are not alone. A lot of you guys on that watch this are all friends with me and such. I'm here for you. We're here for you. We want to make sure that all you guys are good. I just wanted to touch upon that. You know, don't be afraid to ask for help. So I just wanted to touch upon that real quick. I hope everybody has a good night. Love all you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Yep. And next week on the Car Grumps, we will talk about Phil's new foot-oriented OnlyFans. Talk to you guys then. I'm just kidding.